People, welcome back to another video. Okay, so now we're going to learn some algebraic fractions and how to add them and how to subtract them. Okay, so let's just jump straight in. Okay, so let's remember how to do fractions from grade 9. Okay, so how do I add fractions? Okay, this is not actually grade 9 work, this is like grade 7, grade 8 work. Okay, so if I look at these two, I can't just add them straight away. Why not? Because the denominators are not the same. Okay, we already know that. Okay, so now I need to look for a number, right, that both 2 and 3 can go into. Okay, what is a number that both 2 and 3 can go into? And it has to be the lowest number. The lowest number that 2 and 3 can go into is 6. Okay, now what did I do to 2 to get to 6? Okay, yes, you can say, okay, I added 4. Okay, but here we want to multiply by something. We want to multiply with something. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 3 gave me 6. Okay, I can't just do that at the bottom. I need to do that at the top now as well. Okay, so what is 3 times 1? That's 3. Okay, and what did I do to 3 to get to 6? I need to multiply by 2. Okay, and I need to multiply by 2 at the top as well. Okay, so what is 2 times 1? That's 2. Okay, and what is 3 plus 2? That's 5 over 6. Okay, so that's just bringing back some memories. Okay, we're trying to get the brain back. The brain's working now. Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, so now let's use our brains. All right, so exactly the same letters, same numbers. I've got 2 and I've got 3. Okay, and now I've got now x's. Okay, so let's just deal with the numbers. Okay, we know how to do the numbers. We know that the lowest common denominator there for the numbers is 6. Okay, so both 2 and 3 can go into 6. Okay, now I see that I've got letters there. Okay, it's a common letter. I've got an x here in this term, and I've got an x here in this denominator for this term. Okay, now whenever I have something common, okay, I want to take the highest power. The highest power. Okay, so you have got x to the power of 1, and you have got x to the power of 2. So which one's higher? Okay, x squared is higher, so I'm going to take that down. Okay, now I'll ask myself, okay, what did I do to 2x to get to 6x squared? Okay, I multiplied by 3x. Very good. I can't just do that at the bottom. I need to do that at the top as well. Okay, so what is 3x times 1? It's 3x. Very good. All right, so 3x squared, what did I do to that to get to 6x squared? I just multiplied by 2. All right, I multiplied by 2 at the bottom. I need to multiply by 2 at the top. And what is 1 times 2? That's positive 2. All right, and there we go. That's my answer. Easy peasy. Okay, there's no like terms there at the top, so I can't add those. Can't cancel. All right, so we leave it like that. Alrighty. Now, let's struggle a little bit. Okay, we've got to struggle to strive. And once we start striving, we start thriving. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. Okay, so we've got 2, we've got 3. All right, and the lowest common denominator there is 6. Okay, we know that already. Okay, do I have any common letters? Of course I do. Okay, I can see that there's an x there, there's an x there. Okay, when I see there's something common, all right, what do I take? I take the highest power. Fantastic. Okay, what's higher, the x to the 1 or x to the 2? X to the 2. All right, now I look there. Okay, so I've dealt with the x's. Yo, that's such a funny x. Let me just fix that. Sorry, my OCD is going to kill me. All right, so we've got x squared. Okay, so I'm done with the numbers. I'm done with the x's. Okay, I'm done with the x's. And now what's left under in this denominator? I've still got a y left. Okay, so when I have things left over after I've done with the numbers and I'm done with the common letters, whatever's left over, I'm going to take them down as well. Okay, I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to take everything else with me. Okay, so, okay, we're not canceling here. Okay, we're not canceling anything. Okay, I was just showing you I'm done with the numbers. Okay, I'm done with my x's now. Okay, and then whatever's left over, I've got a y, I'll take it down as well. Okay, so no confusion there. Okay, I'm not canceling anything. All right, and I draw my division line. Okay, and I say, what did I do to 2xy to get to 6x squared y? Okay, I multiplied by 3x 3x. Very good. Okay, 3x times 2xy is going to be 6x squared y. Okay, I can't do that just at the bottom. I need to do that at the top as well. Okay, what is 3x times 1? Got 3x. Fantastic. All right, and what is 3x squared? What did I do to that to get to 6x squared y? I multiplied by 2y. Fantastic. All right, so I need to do that at the top as well. All right, and what is 1 times 2y? Positive 2y. All right, no like terms there. I'm not going to cancel anything because I've got two terms at the top. All right, fantastic. There's nothing more that I can do there. That's my final answer. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the first thing, let's just summarize. Okay, we look at the numbers. Okay, what's the lowest common denominator in just the numbers? Okay, we saw it was 6. Okay, then we look at what's common. Okay, we see that we've got a common x there. Okay, when I see something common, I take the highest power. Fantastic. All right, and then everything else that's left over, once I'm done with that, when there's stuff left over, I'm going to take it, I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to take it down with me. Okay, and then I see what I did to get there, what I did there to get there, and then I just multiply. All right, okay, let's get into some proper examples now. All right, so before you start, what I want you to do quickly is I want you to just put brackets around your terms. When you have multiple terms, I want you to put brackets around them. Okay, let me just tell you, it's the safest option. Okay, so just immediately when I see you've got multiple terms, put your brackets around there. Okay, it's just safe. Okay, just do it. Okay, now I put my brackets around and make it look nice. All right, and now I see, okay, I'm minusing now, so I'm adding and I'm subtracting fractions. Okay, so that means first thing I need to get a common denominator, a lowest common denominator. Okay, so I see that there's a 2, there's a 3, and there's x squared. Okay, so I've done sort of an example like this in the previous ones. Okay, so look at just the numbers. Okay, 2 and 3, what's the lowest number that 2 and 3 can go into? Okay, it's 6. Very good. Now look at the letters. Okay, are those x's common? Okay, there's an x there, there's an x there. Okay, it's common. Fantastic. What do I do with a common letter? I take the highest power. Fantastic. Okay, so it's x squared. Okay, x squared is bigger than x to the 1. All right, now I ask myself, what do I do to 2x to get to 6x squared? I multiplied by 3x. All right, I can't just do it at the bottom. I need to do it at the top as well. 3x. Okay, so now I've got 3x multiplied by this entire bracket. You see why I put brackets around it? Okay, because some people without the brackets, they just say it's 3x times x, which is 3x squared minus 1. No, that's wrong. Okay, so please put your brackets in. Okay, and we've got x minus 1. Okay, so I've got 3x times the bracket. Okay, now minus. Okay, what did I do to 3x squared to get to 6x squared? Multiplied by 2. Fantastic. All right, can't just do it at the top. I need to do it. Sorry, I can't just do it at the bottom. I need to do it at the top as well. Okay, so I've got negative 2 multiplied by this entire bracket. You see that? The entire bracket. Okay, so it's x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so now they ask me to simplify. Okay, they ask me to simplify. Okay, so I need to get rid of these brackets. Okay, how am I going to get rid of them? I'm going to multiply them out. Fantastic. Okay, so 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times positive 2x is negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. All right, and that's all over my 6x squared there. Okay, now I look for my like terms. Let's see if I can find them quickly. Let's highlight them, make it look nice and big. Yeah, there we go. All right, there's a like term. There's an x squared, and there's an x squared. Okay, so what is 3x squared minus 2x squared? That's just x squared. Okay, now let's look at my x terms. Okay, I've got negative 3x minus 4x, and I get minus 7x, and I'm left with plus 6. Okay, all over 6x squared. Okay, why can't I cancel those x squares? There's x squared there and an x squared there. Why can't I cancel them? Because I've got more than one term at the top. I can only cancel when I have one term. Okay, so please always remember that. All right. Okay, are we happy? Awesome things. Okay, so also what I want you guys to start taking note of is that right here at the end, okay, in the numerator here, I've got a trinomial. Okay, so when I get right to the final answer, okay, I want you to look at if there's anything more that I can factorize. Okay, so let's look at this. The reason why I'm saying that is because sometimes you can factorize this and you can cancel with something at the bottom. Okay, but if I factorize this, okay, I'm going to get x minus 6 and x minus 1. Okay, all over 6x squared. Okay, so if I factorize that trinomial, I'm going to get this. Okay, but is there anything that I can cancel with the top and the bottom? Anything there I can cancel? I can't cancel anything. Okay, there's nothing I can cancel there. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Okay, I don't have to do that. Okay, so I don't have to do that. Okay, so I can leave my answer as that. Okay, but I always want you guys to check, is there something more that I can do? Okay, is there something more that I can do? Because you have to do it if there's something more. Okay, so if I factorize that, okay, then sometimes once I factorize it, I can cancel with the top and the bottom. Okay, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. I try and catch you that way. Okay, so let's see if we can get to a nice example here. All right, so let's look at this. Okay, let's struggle some more. All right, so now I've got brackets. Okay, now whenever you guys see a bracket, you guys freeze up and you don't know what to do and you start freaking out. Okay, we're not going to freak out. Okay, this is just maths. Okay, it's easy stuff. Okay, there's nothing wrong with maths. All right, so now look here. I'm adding fractions. Okay, so I know I need to get a lowest common denominator. Yeah. Okay, so in order for me to get a lowest common denominator, okay, I need to look at firstly my numbers. Okay, so I've got a 3 there. Okay, outside of this bracket, I've got a 1. Okay, so technically there's no numbers that I can have that is common. Okay. Okay, the letters, okay, there's an x here. Okay, there's an x inside the bracket, but there's nothing outside of the bracket. Okay, so there's nothing really common there. Okay, so here I want to take this bracket as a whole. Okay, so I don't really care what's inside the bracket for now. Okay, so technically I just have a bracket and a 3x. Okay, so is there anything common there? There's a bracket and a 3x. No, there's nothing common. So when there's nothing common, okay, I'm going to take everything down with me. Okay, like I said in the previous ones, okay, you're going to take everything down with you. Okay, now what is inside that bracket? X minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to put an x and a minus 1. Alright, now I'll ask myself, okay, what did I do to this to get to this? Okay, or what you can ask is what is missing here? So here I've got a 3x and a bracket of x minus 1. Here I just have an x minus 1 bracket. So what is missing? Okay, if I compare just this, okay, just this and this, okay, what's missing over here? Okay, can you see that there's no 3x? There's no 3x here, but there's a 3x here. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by whatever's missing. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by 3x because that was what was missing here. Okay, can you see that 3x? There's no 3x here, but there's a 3x there. Okay, so what I do at the bottom, I do at the top. Okay, and what is 3x times 1? It's 3x. Alright, and over here, if I compare this with this at the bottom, okay, what's missing by this 3x here? What's missing? Okay, something's missing. Yes, this whole bracket. Can you see that there's just a 3x here? But here in this denominator, there's a 3x and an x minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by whatever's missing. Okay, so that whole bracket was missing. So I'm going to put that whole bracket there. Okay, what I do at the bottom, I do at the top. Awesome stuff. Okay, and what is positive 1 times x minus 1? 1 x minus 1. And keep that in a bracket. Get into good habits there. Get into good habits. Please keep that bracket there. Okay, so now let's simplify that. Okay, so I've got 3x plus x, which is 4x. And then I've got plus times a negative is negative 1. All over 3x and x minus 1. Okay, so in your denominator, okay, I want you guys to leave it with a bracket there. Okay, leave it with the bracket. We only simplify the numerator. Alright, I hope that makes sense. Okay, are we happy with that? Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can jump into more examples here. Alright, let's see if we can do this one. Okay, so before I start, and I see I've got more than one term, I'm going to put brackets around it. Boom, 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 boom. Put brackets around it. Okay, dress them up. Okay, they're a little bit naked there. Okay, so please dress them up. Put some nice clothes on them. Right, put brackets around them. Alright. Okay, so please pause the video. Okay, do it by yourself. See if you can do it. Struggle a little bit. Okay, you got to struggle to strive. And once you start striving for something, okay, you're going to start thriving. Okay, so let's look here. Alright, so I look at my denominator. Okay, firstly, I know I'm subtracting. Okay, so that means I need to get a lowest common denominator. Okay, so now I look at what is common. Is there anything common here in these brackets? Okay, is it x minus 1, x plus 2, x plus 2. Alright, so I see that this bracket here is common to that bracket there. Right, when I found something common, okay, ding ding ding, I found something common. Okay, now what? When I see something's common, I always take the highest power. Okay, so which one's higher? X plus 2 or x plus 2 squared? X plus 2 squared is higher. Okay, so x plus 2 squared I'm going to take down. Okay, so now I can cover up. Okay, I can cover up my x plus 2's. Okay, so I'm done with my x plus 2's. Okay, I'm finished with them, so I can cover them up. Okay, is there anything left in the denominator, in these three denominators? Anything left over? There's an x plus 1 left over. Okay, so what am I going to do with that x plus 1? Anything that's left over, I'm greedy, I'm going to take him down with me. Okay, I'm going to take them down. Alright, so let's get that back. Alright, so now, so I'm going to take it back, and I'm going to take down an x minus 1 as well. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys saw what I did there. Okay, just pause the video, maybe just rewind if it's not making much sense. Okay, just rewind a little bit, and I hope it makes sense. Okay, then I open my division line there. Okay, now I'll ask myself, look at this denominator, I've got x minus 1. Okay, what's missing? Okay, if I compare it to this one, okay, this is x plus 2 squared, x minus 1, and this is just x minus 1. So what's missing? Is something missing here? Something missing. Okay, can you see that I'm missing this entire thing here in this first denominator? Can you guys see that? Alright, so I hope you can see that. Alright, so I'm just going to multiply the numerator by whatever's missing. Okay, so whatever was missing was my x plus 2 squared. Okay, then I've got a minus. Okay, so minus. Alright, and over here I've got x plus 2. Okay, so now what's missing here? Okay, what's missing here? How many x plus 2's do I have here? I've got one of them. How many x plus 2's do I have here? I've got 2, okay, because it's squared. Alright, and I've got an x minus 1. Okay, so what's missing? Okay, so I'm missing an x plus 2. Okay, because I've only got one there, I need to get to 2 of them. So I'm missing one. Okay, but I'm also missing an x minus 1. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Maybe just rewind a little bit. Maybe just go over that section again. Okay, minus, then it's minus 3. Okay, now I've got an x plus 2 squared. Okay, this is x plus 2 squared, x minus 1. So what's missing here? There's something missing here on the end. Okay, I'm missing an x minus 1. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by whatever is missing. Okay, so 3 multiplied by x minus 1. Right, so then they tell me I need to simplify this. Okay, so I need to simplify. How do I simplify a bracket squared? always write it out twice. Okay, write it out twice. And let's keep the minus there. Now let's simplify these two brackets. Okay, so I keep it in a bracket. Okay, because there's a minus there. Okay, if it's a minus or a plus, keep it in a bracket, please. Okay, please. Right, and we've got x times x, which is x squared, x times negative 1, which is negative x, and we've got 2 times x, which is positive 2x, and we've got 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. Right, and then this minus 3 I'm going to multiply in, and I've got negative 3x and plus 3. Okay, I'm not quite finished yet. Why not? And it's all over x plus 2 squared and x minus 1. Alright, not quite finished there, why not? Okay, good. Alright, so I still need to multiply this out, and I need to multiply this negative in. Okay, I still have brackets here. I need to get rid of those brackets. Okay, so I need to multiply out here. Okay, so that's going to give me x squared. Okay, x times positive 2 is plus 2x. 2 times x is plus 2x. 2 times 2 is positive 4. Negative times x squared is negative x squared. Negative times negative is positive x. Okay, and negative times positive 2x is negative 2x. Negative times negative 2 is positive 2 minus 3x plus 3. Okay, and that is all over my beautiful denominator there, which is x plus 2 squared and x minus 1. Right, so now I just want to add those like terms quickly. Okay, so let's see if I can find all those like terms. Right, let's get my highlighter here. Alright, so I've got my x squares and x squared. Okay, so x squared minus x squared is 0. Okay, so they're going to cancel out. Right, now let's go to my x terms. Okay, so I've got 2x plus 2x, which is 4x, plus x, which is 5x, minus 2x, which is 3x, minus 3x, which is 0. Okay, awesome. That's looking nice. Those are all going to cancel out as well. Fantastic. Okay, right, and then finally I'm left with a 4 plus 2, which is 6, plus 3, which is 9. So I'm left with 9 all over my delicious denominator there, which is x plus 2 squared and x minus 1. Alright, okay, I hope that is all making sense. Alright, so I know that there's a lot going on. Okay, but I don't want you to memorize certain steps, okay? I want you guys to look at this as a whole. Okay, don't look at this as just this whatever happened here, or what's ever happening here, or what's happening here. Look at it as a whole. Okay, so what am I doing as a whole? Okay, firstly, I know that I'm minusing and plusing. So first thing that comes to mind, ding, 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 lowest common denominator. First thing. Okay, how do I do that? I always look for my numbers. Okay, the lowest number that all the numbers can go into. Okay, then I look for something common. When I see it's common, what do? I take down the highest power, and anything left over, what do I do with that? I bring it down. Okay, then I check what's missing in this denominator. Okay, multiply by whatever's missing in the numerator. Check what's missing in this denominator, multiply by whatever's missing in the numerator. Okay, whatever's missing here, you multiply it in the numerator. Right. Then once you get to this step, okay, once you get here, okay, then we're going to simplify. Always. Okay, we're going to simplify. Okay, so you need to get here. This is your important step. Okay, because after this, you just simplify. Now you're just multiplying out brackets. You don't have to memorize anything here. Okay, you don't have to memorize anything here. Okay, you know how to multiply out brackets. You know how to add like terms, and that's it. Okay, now, once I get to the end, remember in the previous example, I always said I need to check, is there anything there that I can factorize? Anything there that's common factor? No, there's nothing there. Okay, it's just one term. Okay, and there's nothing I can cancel with the bottom. All right, and that is the addition of algebraic fractions. Okay, I'm going to make another video with some harder examples. Okay, with like when you have trinomials and sum and difference of cubes and difference of two squares in them. I'm going to do that in the next video. Okay, because this one's getting quite long. Okay, cool.